Good morning, America, or good afternoon, America, and good evening, Europe, and maybe good morning, Asia. I don't know. Let me show you what's going on. We got the market's pushing higher, and when I trade the FOMC, I trade on a 10-minute chart. And the 10-minute chart is the one that I use for the rule of 4. So the announcement was at the hour, and then I count 4 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this bar here, that is still 6 minutes underway, is the one that I'm going to use as a breakout. We'll buy above or sell short below. This is the Nasdaq 100. Let me show you the same on the Dow. I changed the time frame from 15 minutes to 10 minutes, and I count 1, 2, 3, 4, and I will be a buyer above and I'll sell short below. The excuse me, haven't really spoken to anybody today. The last FOMC was on the 29th of January. I don't know if this charting package goes back that far, but let me just have a look. Sometimes it does on the 10-minute. I know it doesn't on the 5-minute. I don't think it does. No, it goes back. But that's okay. So here's a charting package, and I will find the Dow Jones, and I will change the time frame to a 10-minute chart, and I'll go back on to the 29th of January, and I do that here, and if I then zoom in on this day here, so let me first identify the announcement bar. That's this bar here. So we'll call that number 1. We'll call this number 2. We'll call this number 3. And this is bar number 4. I bought the Dow above. And then it sort of becomes a question of, all right, where do I take profit? So this was the Dow Jones Index on the 29th of January. Let me show you on the 18th of December, which was the previous. We have time, there's 3 minutes to go. 18th, oh, did I just go? I did, didn't I? There we go, so here's the 18th. 43,000, so it's down here. So here's bar number, the announcement bar, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I went short the Dow below. So that's how rule of 4 works, basis on a 10-minute chart. We have 3 minutes to go. Does it work in, say, the Nasdaq? Well, let's have a look. We can just do the Nasdaq. Cash chart. And we look at the 29th of Jan. We probably have time for that. So here's the 29th of Jan. And here is the I don't remember when it was released. I think it was released at 7 o'clock. So it's this bar here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then long above. You can do this, even if you want, you can do it in the FTSE. You can trade it in the DAX as well, if you want to. And so I'm just lining up my trading size. Probably don't want to trade overly big. Had an interesting trading day today. And I'll be using the software that I've developed. I won't be using my signals, I'll just be using this. And just going to make sure that the right size is in. So I'll probably be executing on another chart image. So just a very quick run through before, with 30 seconds to go. Here's the 10-minute chart in the FTSE. So it says long above 8713 and short below 8699. DAX is long above 23,295 and short below 23,252. Oh, sorry, no, I'm not sure I did that on the right chart. Yeah, we did 252 and 295. And with a few seconds to go, Nasdaq is long above 741 and short below 652. And yeah, so there we go. So it'll be interesting to see what will happen now, because we closed sort of in the middle of the candle. So not overly convincing. The stop loss is probably going to be at the other end. Nasdaq is seems like that all the indices are sort of just hugging the midline. The DAX is about to be the one that first triggers, but then the DAX had a lot of overlap. So if I was to short the DAX, I'd probably give it a little bit more. It doesn't make much sense to be short the DAX if the Dow or the Nasdaq doesn't trigger. Oh, that makes sense. Also, when you're looking at the price action structure of the DAX since the news release, it's just a piano pattern, while you actually got a proper momentum move in the Nasdaq and in the Dow. So, could be happening now. So what I'm going to do is I am going to swip over here so you can see I got no open orders. And then I'm just keeping an eye on the other screens on my chart. Drinking some water. So keep an eye on 741 in the Nasdaq. And keep an eye on 903 in the Dow. So if I just put these over here, 703 and sorry, 903 and 741. You don't have to trade this in big size. It perhaps just be a nice experience to see what it's like to hopefully catch a momentum move. You can input this as an order if you want, or you can let the area trigger. Okay, so I just bought the Nasdaq and I bought the Dow. Both of them had triggered. So here's the Dow. So if you have a reasonable profit, say 30 odd points, move stop loss to break even if you want. I'll leave that up to you. So that's the school run in motion. Show you how it's triggered in the FTSE as well. And it's triggered in the DAX as well. So this rule is called the rule of 4 because it works on the 10-minute chart. I promised myself I wouldn't be here for that long, so I'm moving a stop loss to break even. And in the Dow and in the Nasdaq, I can move my stop loss to break even as well. So my stop losses are now break even. I don't have many profits, but it was just to demonstrate these trades for you in a live environment. That was all. So I'll leave you with this Dow trade running. Nasdaq just clipped my stop, but it will still be working. Still be working on the FTSE and the DAX. So this was a short video, and I will leave it at that. I'm still just long the Dow on a rule of 4 breakout. Stop losses at break even. Thank you so much for tuning in. I wish you very best. Bye bye.